where do you smoke?
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Abeje, and we're here with Matawana episode 3 from Soul to Soul podcast, and we're trying to figure out what's in your bag. This is the segment where we find out if people smoke pre-rolls, flower, puff on vapes, eat edibles, do a little concentrates, So we're going to figure out what's in their bag. Segment 1. All right, everybody, we're here with Matawana episode 3 from Soil to Soul, and we got our brother Quan here, brother man representing from Matawana. He just purchased something. We're trying to figure out what's in your bag.
What's in my bag, man? What's in my bag? I got some pre-rolls. I got that Rhythm garlic drip. You know what I mean? Rhythm is good too. I like Rhythm pre-rolls. The garlic drip is good. So okay, I got the worm home for pick. I got the watermelon infused at the cup. Then I got a pomade jelly. I don't know, what's that, Fine?
Yeah, that's Fine. That's
Fine, it's the brand Fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a moonbeam gelato.
From Grassroots.
From Grassroots. I ain't tried none of these pre-rolls yet.
You haven't tried them
None
yet?
of the pre-rolls yet.
Well, let me tell you something. He got Rhythm, he got Pick, he got Fine, and Grassroots. Those are 4 new strains we got in the store right now, and those are fire. Okay.
So, I forgot I had the revert in the bag. I got the Maui Wowie pre-ground sativa flower. This is gas, like super gas. And then the the Golden Garden Super Booth, it's gas too. The sativa, it's gas. I love it. It's one of my favorite pre-rolls right here.
I guess that's going to have you shooting up to the moon and the
Oh, it's
stars.
going to have me up all night.
I love it. This is all New York-based brands too. We got Revert. I think he also pulled out Pick. He had Grassroots. He had Fine. All of these is New York-based, regulated, curated, quality assurance. You name it. You have it. You got it. This is.
And this pre-roll is always good when you don't feel like rolling. Just pop it out there, boop, and then light it.
Yeah.
Good to go.
You got a quick fix. What
Good
you
to
mean?
go. Right.
We gotta love it. We gotta love it. Thank you, brother man. We appreciate that.
No problem. Matawana 533, you heard?
So now we're on to segment 2 where we find out what's in the bodega bag versus the dispensary bag. We're going to get a little sneak peek in on a few brands and little people from the outside trying to see what they got versus what we got. Ready?
Hey, this is your favorite bartender stay at Matawana. Today we have...
This is Iman with Revert. Hi, guys. Yeah. Revert.
Let's talk more about what's the difference in a dispensary bag and a bodega bag.
Okay, awesome. That is a really important topic also to talk about. What is in a bodega bag versus what's in a dispensary bag. So you may not always know what is in a bodega bag. You don't know if it's sprayed. You don't know if it's laced. You don't always know where it's coming from. With a dispensary bag, such as our Revert ground flower over here, you will always find the COA on the back. You'll always find a scannable QR code in which you can take your phone, scan it, and you will find the lab results, all of the OCM tracking information, which is super, super important. This way, you guys know what's in your bag, we know what's in your bag, and we all know that you're getting safe product. This is really, really important as far as regulation goes, as far as legal market goes, because if we don't have this, we really don't know what's going in here. It's not in our control. There are hundreds and thousands of people that are selling weed, new brands popping up every day. So it's really important for us to all follow this regulation and to buy in the dispensary where we know what we're getting. And it's easily tracked. We know if there's something wrong, if there's a recall, it gets taken off the market right away, right? We're able to track the batches. So these are just really important things, and you'll never get that comfort and that security in a bodega bag. You'll just get questions and guesses, and it might smell good, it might smoke okay, but you won't have peace of mind. So for peace of mind, definitely come by to Matawana and come get some Revert and scan that QR code. So now when we're also talking about our scannable QR code, another really interesting thing that you'll find on there is terpene profile information. You'll find cannabinoid profile information, and all of that is going to help you become a more educated consumer and know what you're smoking, know what works for you. For example, if you're somebody who needs energy, you're a sleepy girl or guy, and you need a little bit of pep in your step, you'll most likely go for a sativa flower or for a sativa edible. 9 times out of 10, you'll definitely see that they're enhanced with maybe some CBG, some THCV, maybe that'll get your appetite going, maybe get you running. So those are just some important things to remember. If you're maybe looking for a sleep gummy or something that's a little more nighttime oriented, you're going to look for things that have CBN in them. You're going to look for things that are heavier in those cannabinoids. So those are all information that you can find on these scannable QR codes, on the bags of your edibles, your flower, and this will also help you get familiar with what terpene profiles work for you, what strains work for you, and really guide you to the effects that you're looking for. Because at the end of the day, this is a medicine. Even though it is a recreational market, it is a plant. It is something that's been around for a really long time, and everyone can find their peace in it. So hope you do. Come check us out at Matawana.
Hi, this is Mike from Matawana, and I'm here to talk about some microcannabinoids. I'm going to start things off with my personal favorite, CBD, otherwise known as cannabidiol. CBD, in layman's terms, is the therapist cannabinoid. Stress, it removes it. Body relaxing and maybe some nice sleep, CBD got you covered as well. And remember, CBD doesn't get you high. So if you're looking for something to get a nice body relaxation, CBD is for you. With that being said, go and get your CBD THC infused products right here at Matawana.
All right, guys, so we're on to segment 3 where we figure out if not all high THC is better. This is going to be the segment where we have a little vibe with our brands and our vendors, and we figure out the schematics and the science behind the weed that we smoking. So stay tuned for that. Okay, guys, so we have Justin from Rove here at Matawana representing us from Soul to Soul, third segment. And we're wondering, on your endeavors as a brand ambassador, I know you come across many different walks of life when it comes to cannabis consumption. And people are always talking about higher potency THC, but they never really consider the minor cannabinoids or the terpenes. How do you navigate informing them diligently on the different aspects of cannabis and how that could entail for them?
So everyone loves THC. THC is great, of course. It gives everyone that feeling. But at the end of the day, the terpenes are what really matters there. The terpenes give the strain the legs, it gives the strain attributes, and it really gives the true feeling there. Without your terpenes there, everything kind of feels the same. The terpenes are what really makes the big difference there, and it really just comes down to educating everyone and letting them know that. Over at Rove, we make sure that we have a nice terpene blend on everything, not too heavy or anything, not too intense, so still flavorful and rich when it comes to the full spectrum experience there.
So what strain from your lineup that proves genetics over THC?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is something we were talking about earlier as well with the strawberry amnesia haze. So that is one of our strains that I really think proves that conversation about genetics over THC. We have strawberry cough and amnesia haze as the parent strains of this lineage. And when I tell you it smokes so good, it tastes so good. Have you tried it yet?
Okay, so let's talk genetics. Now, I know that there's this common misconception that we do actually have sativas, indicas, and hybrids, but then there's also another conception that there's only just hybrids. Do you think you can shed some light on that based off of your back end side of things? What do you think?
So let's say you've been using the same mother plant for the past couple of years and you've been cloning that one plant. Sure, you might have an exact clone of that plant. When that mother is no longer there, that mother dies off, you now have a phenotype or an expression of that plant. That plant changes every single time you grow it. So once you're cloning from that same plant every single time, you're getting different expressions of the plant. So you might have, I don't know, phenotype number 1. Every single time you grow it after that, you might have 20 different expressions there, 20 different types of plants. It's the same way I would look at growing roses, very popular thing there. You can't grow the same rose the same way twice. The way the petals are, it will never grow that same flower twice. Same with cannabis. It's a plant, it's a flower, growing it the same exact way over and over again. It's possible, but it's hard to do unless you have that perfect clone there. So as the years go on, genetics kind of get lost. Things get mixed, things get crossed. You might have an accidental pollination to it that you don't know about, and we kind of just lose genetics over time. Right now, there actually is a big counterculture there trying to bring back a lot of these old school genetics, especially here in New York City. People want to capture those old hazes, the old piffs, the old sours. People want all those old strains back. So right now there is a resurgence of all those old school genetics. People are trying to grow them from seed, get the proper phenotypes for those going, and try to clone those, keep those going again. So it is interesting because you do have a lot of strains that are lost and kind of frozen in time, but you also have people who kind of, I don't know, have a seed library, seed bank where they catalog these so that we don't lose them to time. So it's kind of, it depends where you are, depends who you are, but there's definitely a lot of those good strains out there still. But mainly on the market though, you are seeing a lot of second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth generation plants where they lose that essence of their true mother strain.
So how do we educate our customers that come in saying, I want the strongest whatever? How do we let them know that it's not always about the strongest?
It's not always about the strongest, guys. Yeah, that is definitely a conversation that I don't think we're gonna ever stop having, to be honest. We're constantly educating, we're constantly preaching, right? That it's not always about the THC level. There are other things for us to look at. And it's not always also about, the most expensive weed that money can buy. Okay, it's not always about that. We've got some great weed that you'll find at cheaper price points that you would never think would get you that high, for real.
That's always, and you limit yourself. You limit yourself when you only want something over 30.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
27%, that's the best weed you ever had.
Exactly. And honestly, something that is 22, listen, I've smoked a 22% and it is our revert space cake. And when I tell you that gets me blasted, sorry, excuse my language, but it really, really does.
That sounds great.
It is so good. It's I go to space every time. I swear. It's so calming, really relaxing, but it's a very functional indica hybrid. So it's not so much so where like I'm ready to go to sleep, but it definitely gets me calm, no anxiety, just nice and relaxed, nice and mellow, ready to take on whatever's next.
So then it kind of seems to me that we don't really have a traditional quote unquote strain, mainly because, as you said, the plant itself, after you keep reproducing it, it does lose that originality, but it takes on other counterparts as well, which kind of enhances it or dehances it depending. That's actually very interesting. It's a little bit more on the scientific side of things now that I'm thinking about it. And how do you kind of like, I guess, how would you explain that to somebody who doesn't really know too much about the botany side of things? You know what I'm saying? So will we be able to simplify it then for our viewers? Would you guys like it simplified?
For example, terpenoline is a terpene that myself, I don't personally love just because it makes my heart race. It makes me feel a bit more anxious. So I know myself, all right, try to stay away from strains that are
like
high
I said, it's like
terpenoline.
growing a
And
rose.
being able to identify that and kind of
flower
recognize that
the
within
same way
yourself
every single
does
time
benefit you in the long
impossible
run,
to do.
especially for someone who
People
uses
like
cannabis
to
medicinally.
kind
Kind
of
of more
pick and
pinpoint
choose,
exactly
like,
what
the
you
right
need
one
there.
for them. And when it comes
So
to
it makes a big
cannabis,
difference knowing your terpenes,
just
knowing your
kind
amount of cannabis
of
nutrition, the terpenes,
knowing how
and
they
kind
kind
of
of
react to your
the
body.
cannabinoid levels there,
And
just
educating yourself on those
That means
matters,
that
I think.
starting low and
is
going
what
slow
really
is
benefits you
probably
in
the best
long
course of
run.
recommendation when it comes to any type of cannabis consumption whatsoever, for sure. And also just being aware of the other compounds in the cannabis plant. I really appreciate you, Justin, for answering these questions. Guys, we have Rove representing for us right now. Thank you so much. And just, as I said, start low, go slow. Try a little bit of everything, but also remember that there's other parts of the plant too. We have our minor cannabinoids, our CBGs, our CBNs, our CBCs. We have our terpenes, like you said, terpenoline. That was a new terpene for me, but there's limonene and then there's myrcene. There's a bunch of other major ones that you guys can always look into and study and research on.
All right. There you have it. Stay with Matawana from Soil to Soul podcast. Thank you so much for coming out, helping us educate our consumers on the difference in genetics and THC percentages.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys. It's Iman from Revert. Come find us at Matawana.
All right, y'all. So that's it. That's all. Matawana, Soul to Soul, episode 3. And we're here. We're vibing. We're living and we living. You know the vibes. Come see us again. Check us out in episode 4 where we do the sneaker ball, Halloween theme, spooky vibes. Stay tuned.
You want? All right. Wait, we going? We good? Anytime? All right. What's up? This is your favorite bud tender at Matawana. Wait, I forgot my name. Start over. Wait. Y'all making me nervous. Huh?
That was